Today we're going to take this and turn it into something like that or something like this.
If you have fencing that consistently gets sun on it, then this might be a great option for you, as it doesn't take up any room in your backyard like other types of solar panel arrays, where this can take up a lot of room that could be usable for you. Or if you're just tired of throwing them in the back, then maybe a fence array might be the next best option, and there's several different ways that you can do this.
Okay, for this project, I'm really just going to be using this aluminum rod. Now, you can use other things like maybe EMT if you want. This is 3/4. You could probably use 1 inch as well. It just kind of depends. This is light, and so because I have a vinyl fence, it's not really meant to hang a lot of weight on it. So by utilizing this and then some other types of solar panels, which we'll run through in a minute, this will kind of make the whole setup really light and easy to set up and take down.
So we're going to use this 3/16 drill bit, some 1 inch pipe straps, which you'll see why later, some 3/16 rivets, because these are actually really easy to use and go well with the vinyl fence, and so this makes it super quick and simple. Now, of course, you'll want to pre-measure everything, which I already did, and of course, my project being probably different from yours, so you'll have to make sure that you check everything twice. That way you don't drill anything into the wrong area if you're doing a vinyl fence. Now, rivets are actually a great way to do this because they already use rivets and part of this build. Now, if you are screwing into a wood fence, then obviously screws are going to be your best bet. And I've been using rivets and stuff like this for a long time, and this rivet gun actually is over 20 years old, so it's definitely paid for itself, and these are pretty cheap. I'll leave some information down below if you're interested in finding something like this.
Now, when it comes to the solar panels, there's a ton of different choices. Obviously, the flexible ones or either really lightweight ones are going to be your best option for a fence, at least of this caliber. If you have a wood fence, you can definitely do something a little different, and maybe even do rigid panels if you wanted to. Now, this is just one example of these Bouge RV ones. There's also the Renogy ones. I prefer the Renogy ones myself just because they seem to have the best warranty policies, and they also seem to have the best performance along with the best longevity. If you look at a lot of people using the 175 or the 200, those are really the only two as far as a flexible panel that I even recommend, or maybe the SIG solar one. But I'm actually going to be doing something a little bit different like this. Now, this is what I ended up doing, is that I had the 2 rods on each side, and I happen to have this solar panel that I disassembled, and then I ended up hanging each individual solar panel up there onto each rod, and now I basically completed this solar fence. And as you can see, all I did was run a zip tie. These are the heavier duty ones, not the real cheap ones, so you want to buy some good ones if you're going to do something like this. That way these will last all year, probably a couple years. But I just simply hung them all up with these zip ties. It was super quick and super easy. And then, of course, eventually I had to figure out something I wanted to do with the bottom. That way I could end up making this to where I can bring it out and then add some support legs. So now I can get this hinged and have this kind of get a little bit more directed to the sun. You know, during the winter time, it'll be great to have this way down low. But when I want to have that up more for the summertime, when the sun is more above, kind of directly overhead, I ended up taking these solar panel stands, and this is actually something that a friend of mine made, which I can leave some information down below if you want to check them out. There's a lot of different options because this is actually a little bit more expensive than if you were to just get some telescoping poles. The black ones that he has are nice, but they are a little bit more meant for holding up the rigid solar panels, versus there's all kinds of other things that you can get out there on eBay or Amazon and more. So if you want to look for just telescoping rods, I can leave a couple down below, but it might be different for the type of solar panels and the style that you're going to do. But it's really the idea and the process of getting you started, and then you can figure out, you know, kind of what you need from there. Now, one thing that is nice about these newer solar panels, this one is that one from Jackery, and then you have one from EcoFlow, which is also a bifacial. I actually wanted to hang that one up, but I couldn't because there's no holes on it. You could devise something if you wanted to, but These new solar panels are already in parallel, so that saves you on wiring. That's one of the nice things. If you did an individual solar panel and another one and another one, each one would have to be in parallel if you wanted the best output from it, because shade starts, over here, then it starts to light up all the way across, and then of course it does the opposite. Then it'll be shaded, shaded, shaded. So it's like each panel will turn on and turn off individually as the sun hits it, and then as the shade hits it. So that's one nice thing about the new solar panels being in parallel. It's already kind of doing the work for you. And this whole array right here is 500 watts roughly is what it's rated at. And it's about a 48 volt panel, and it's only going to put out about 13 amps total. So each panel is only about 83 watts, and they put out about 2.1 amps or so, 2.3 per panel. So by the time this one's all together, that's where you get about that 500 watts. And then just so you guys can see how I have the solar panel wires coming into my house, these just come along here, and then they come into an outside box. And this has up to 4 sets that I can do. So I have 2 being utilized right now, but I have 2 more. So that gives me 4 sets of different strings that I can add to this box. And then on the other side of this wall, so then now you can see I have 4 sets of different arrays that I can bring in, and I can plug it into any power station I want, really, because I can get adapters or for whatever I need. And you can see right now only bringing in 130 watts just because of the shade and conditions, plus I forgot to hook up the other side. But right now this is kind of a cool little item, but this does come and go. I'll try to find some and I'll leave some information down below. Super simple to hook these up. It's really just basically a double gang box that's on the other side of this.
Now this project took me about 2.5 hours to complete, which yours may take a little longer or maybe shorter depending on how extravagant you get. But I did design this so I can take off the whole array just due to inclement weather or if I wanted to change something up.
Now, one thing that really is cool about having solar on your fence, again, you don't lose the room in your backyard by putting panels out there and then kind of taking up some of that room. So again, that's one of the nice things about doing something like this. It's super easy and almost anybody could do this. So I'll leave some information down below on some solar panels I recommend, or just take a look around and see what you can find on Facebook Marketplace. Hope this video helped you out, and I hope to see you in another one.